Now, I've wanted to make a video about F-Zero for so long, and I thought, hey, what better time to make an F-Zero video than right after the release of F-Zero 99. Honestly, I've been playing this game endlessly for the past week or so, and I am physically unable to stop. If you don't know what F-Zero is, just imagine Mario Kart, but instead of falling off the map and Lakitu bringing you back, it's instead you falling off the map and then dying. It's basically just Mario Kart, but for, you know, the cool kids. And yeah, by cool kids, I of course mean the ones with acne and serious anger issues. And if you still don't get it, let's just say if you threw a party and started playing Mario Kart, everyone would be down to join. But if you started playing F-Zero, I mean, what party? Now, I actually really like F-Zero. When I first played FZero X a couple of years ago, I genuinely thought I was the next big thing. I thought I was the Ronaldo of F-Zero, to be perfectly honest. And of course, only shortly after playing F-Zero 99 for the first time, I realised just how terrible I was. Constantly crashing out, ranking out, not grasping the basic turn controls and ending up ramming my face into the wall for a good 20 seconds. And I'm just realising how bad of a job I did at explaining F-Zero. It's a racing game. You're a car on a road and you drive. The physics are fucking weird though. After booting up the game, you're greeted with a tutorial. I just wanted to quickly mention this because there's a section of the tutorial where you're put against 49 of the terrible CPUs, and I placed 42nd. 42nd. You know how bad that is? Especially since 2 years prior I was giving myself the title of King of F-Zero, when in reality I was just some schmuck who really should have focused on his exams rather than his ability to race against absolutely nobody in a game released in 1998. What am I doing? Anyway, you're then introduced to the Skyway, which I assume is supposed to feel like a bullet bill, you know, trying to bring you from the back of the pack to somewhere in the middle of the pack. But since pretty much everyone's using it at the same time, it really doesn't feel like it gives you too much of an advantage. Getting onto the Skyway requires you to collect these things called Super Sparks, which are basically produced whenever two vehicles collide or when ramming your face into these golden bumpers. The main problem with the Skyway is that, like I said before, it doesn't really feel like it gives you too much of an advantage. Chances are, if you're in last place and you use the Skyway, you're probably going to get launched into about 70th place. But the problem is, the people you've just overtaken are going to get access to the Skyway soon enough, and then they're just going to, you know, re-overtake you. And then it's just an endless loop of the people at the back of the pack constantly switching places with each other because of this air quotes advantage. The only way the guy in the trailer got all the way to second place was because nobody else was on the Skyway. In an actual game, there's like at least 20 other people using it at the same time. Alright, for the sake of sanity, let's just forget about the Skyway for a minute and try to focus on the actual game. It's pretty much exactly what you'd expect from a game titled F-Zero 99. It's F-Zero, but with 99 people. Entering a game, you're greeted with your first choice, and arguably your most important choice, that being your vehicle. There's only 4 vehicles in the game, unfortunately, but they do each have a variety of customizable options. Obviously, this is where pretty much all of this game's replayability comes from, spending hours completing challenges, and your fabled reward being the fact you look moderately cooler than before. Also, something that completely blew me out of the water, check this out. Isn't that just magnificent? I mean, I'm just saying, I think this might be the coolest thing that's came out of humanity. Also, if you pick any vehicle other than the Blue Falcon, you're dead to me. I mean, there's no way you're picking this pink buggy bitch over this incredible Blue Falcon. Right? Anyway, after picking your vehicle, you're then greeted with your second choice, the map. This one comes down to democracy, and since people have reptile brains, they immediately vote for Mute City over any other stage in the game. Realistically, all the stages are fine, but just on that off chance you end up playing on Deathwind, close the game and never reopen it. After unanimously agreeing on Mute City, you're then put into the game, which is, you know, fun. It plays extremely well, it looks really good, and it just leaves you wanting more. And thankfully, for all you freaks who do want more, there are these things called special events, which are basically just extra game modes, such as being able to play on tracks I would rather not know exist, and participating in team battles, where the lobby is split into 2, and basically forced to kill each other for points. And the team with the most points by the end, you know, take a guess. Completing races rewards you with these golden tickets, which you can use to enter mini-tournaments throughout the week. Naturally, I suck ass at these real bad, consistently crashing out during the first round and ending up wasting my tournament tickets or whatever they're called. And that, my friends, is FZero 99. It's exactly what you would expect, and I'm so glad it came out when it did, because, you know, I got nothing else to do. Anyway, thanks for watching, subscribe if you want, thanks for watching, and as always, thank you for watching.